Welcome to Taste of Asia, Chef Yui's holiday joke. It's the day after Thanksgiving, and what I've done here is I've rinsed out the carcass from the turkey, so there's no season from the stuffing and whatever was inside the cavity of the turkey. I rinsed that out real good, and I broke it down. The cavity, the carcass, and the bones from the thigh, and then I boiled it. It's been simmering now for about half an hour or so, and then I'll show you. This is a heavy cast aluminum pot. And what I'm going to do is, this time I'm going to measure it, because I'm going to make a lot of jook, because I have a lot of bones. So I'm going to start with this, 1 cup. 1 cup of rice, and put it in there. I may add more, it depends. Now I'm going to stir it around. I'm going to add some oil. Just a little bit. Actually, I'm going to go with another maybe half a cup. Let's say with 1.5 cups. And what you want to do is just keep stirring it around until the rice changes color. And then I'm going to add the stock from that the turkey carcass. And salt. You can be generous with the salt because you're going to add a lot of broth. And you'll check the seasoning later on. I have the burner on high, and you don't want to burn the rice. Just constantly stir it around until at least half of it changes color, and this helps the rice open up. Faster. Right there is about good. So what I'm going to do now is I can reach in here and you see it'll sizzle up a lot. And then I can add more of this stock. I'll start with that. But what's going to happen is I'm going to fill this pot all the way up. Okay, let's pause, and then I'll show you how it looks as I fill it up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add ginger in here. This piece right here, I'm going to peel it and chop it real fine and add it to the jook. And this piece right here, I'm just going to smash it. Like, I probably won't need all of it, maybe about half of it. Smash it, and also add it to the pot. We'll pause and come back in a few minutes, in maybe half an hour or so. Okay, we're back. Now I've got the camera focused on the cutting board, and I'm going to just peel this one piece of ginger. You can use a regular peeler if you like. I just use the cleaver. Try and just get the skin of the ginger off. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be perfect. Otherwise, you'll waste the ginger. Just you get 80 to 90% of it off. That'll work. And then what you're going to do is you're going to cut maybe 3 sections, and then you're going to smash it against the grain. Using the heel of your hand. You can take it like this and hit it, you know, that's sometimes it splatters, but that'll and then chop it. That's one of the good things about a hard rubber cutting board. It doesn't dull the knife as much as a wooden or a really hard chopping block would. Plus, they're more sanitary. Chop the ginger real fine like this, then you don't wind up getting like big chunks of ginger, like, you know, in your mouth. You get the flavor of the ginger. And the other one is, let's take a few slices of that off. And what we're going to do with this is just smash it. And leave it whole. All this is going to go in the pot. And I'm going to move the camera to see what we have here. Here's the I added some more water and I added the rest of the bones. Now it's the complete carcass of the turkey, the drumsticks and the wings here, and you can see over here, I'll move the camera closer. The jook is actually boiling now. It's not, this takes about maybe at least an hour. When the rice opens up and it gets thicker, it'll thicken up. And I have all the ginger that we chopped up on the cutting board, and I'm just going to slide it right into the pot. And what I use to season my juk is just salt, pepper, and 100% pure sesame oil. And then I add green onions at the end. You can see, like, hasn't really started. And then when this gets thicker, you can see about how much juk you're going to get out of this, out of the 1.5 cups of rice that I stir fried around in there. And then I add 100% pure sesame oil. Gives it a really nice flavor. I'd say a couple of tablespoons. And stir it up. And then we'll just let that simmer. We'll come back when it's all when it's thickened, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, when this pot with the chicken, with the turkey boils for about another half an hour or an hour, I'll take that and put it in ice water, cool it down, and then I'll pick all the meat off of there, and that'll go back into the juk. So we'll come back later at the end, and I'll show you how I finish this up. Okay guys, we're back. This is about after an hour of the juk simmering on the stove, and what I did was I put the bones, I drained the broth out of the wok that I had the bones simmering in, and then I put it in this sink with some ice water, and then I took all the meat off of the bones, and that's how much we wound up with. So I'll show you how the consistency wound up with the juk. You can see. I had to keep adding some more of the broth and broth it as it was getting thicker. So I got like almost like, we'll probably have 3/4 of a pot when I add the meat back in there. But I'll show you what we're going to do. I will put this back. Okay. We may not need all of this meat, but what I do is I cut it in chunks. You can shred it by hand and add it in also. It's up to you. Try to pick out the white meat and not too much off of the drumsticks. Okay. And the turkey drumsticks, they have that real kind of like skinny bone that you have to be careful of. You want to remove that. I think I'm going to go with just this much. And the only thing left to do now is when we put this back in and stir it up, we might need to add some broth to it, and then we'll do the final seasoning. Okay, let's go back over to the pot. Now we're starting to look like chook. I think that's a little thick, so I will add some broth. This is like a Thanksgiving tradition for the Chin family. Usually I do it the evening of Thanksgiving, but yesterday I was too tired, so I saved it for this morning. Okay, so what I'm going to do, take this thing with the salt. And I'm going to add about I'd say a tablespoon or a little bit more of salt. And I'll use a little bit of black pepper. And add more sesame oil. Then I'll stir it up. And now the piece de resistance. I always keep some sliced scallions in the fridge, so you can mix some in now, and then like when you serve it, add a little bit on top. Making jook is like a labor of love, because you have to, do the, fry the raw rice around, then add the broth, and then you have to pick all the meat off of the bones and dice it up. But you can eat this for a few days, or you can give it to family and friends. So there you have it. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial on how to make your holiday jook. I hope you'll try it and share it with your family and friends. Thanks for watching Taste of Asia at Home. Hope you all have a fantastic Thanksgiving holiday and a Christmas season. And God bless you all.